Ada kan? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening. My name is Muhammad Faiz Putra. Here I am with my friend Ade Imansyah. We are from class 4B. Here we are going to do our midterm test for critical speaking course. Here we will ask each other questions, vice versa. So the first section is I will ask Ade some questions. The topic for Ade's question is about transportation. So, Ade, are you ready?
Okay, yes, I'm ready. Yes.
Okay, so for the first question for Ade about transport topic is how do most people travel long distances in your country?
For the question number one is people in here usually use a car or even a motorcycle. Not many people use airplane because it's kind of expensive and the tickets are also limited. And some other use train, but the tickets are also limited. So many people from many uh, subclass in society use car to transport to a long distance when they got no tickets for train and airplane. Yeah, that's it. The answer for the first question.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Ade, for the answer. So, moving on to the next question is have the types of transport people use changed much over the last few decades?
Um, yes, right now there are many mode of transportation, such as motorcycle, car, train, by bus, airplane, and by a ferry ship. And the last one, the brand new, is a fast train from Jakarta to Bandung. Yeah, that's the answer for the second question.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Moving on to the next question is what kinds of improvement have there been in transport in your country in recent years?
There are many improvements recent years. So for the example, in the train sector, there are many options when you decide to use the train for your transportation, such as LRT, MRT, and the local train, and also there are brand new fast train from Jakarta to Bandung, which took only like 36 minutes. And the next one is our presidents have built many toll road to people that use a car as a mode of transport, so they can move from one location to another location as efficiently. Yeah, that's the answer for the third question.
Okay, thank you, Ade, for the answer. So this is the last question for your topic. Do you think transport is likely to continue to improve in the future?
Yes, of course. Right now, like I said before, yeah, the new fastest train have been produced in our country. We can say the fast train from Jakarta to Bandung, which took only like 36 minutes. Before the fast train exists, when we want to go from Jakarta to Bandung, it took like 2 hours ride with car and like 4 to 6 hours with a motorcycle. So uh, that's fast comparing when they are now fast train exists in this present day. I think that's for the last question. Thank you for the question.
Okay, okay, thank you. So that's all the questions from me about the topic transport. Okay, moving on to the next section, which Ade will be the examiner and I will be answering the question.
Okay, so the first question is which type of people are respected most in your society?
So I live in Indonesia. So Indonesia is a very traditional country. Even though now we are trying to keep up with the moving of the civilization, but the most for the people who are getting look up into is Indonesia in our society is our elders. So the first is elders. Why we really look up into them because they are obviously older than us. They have more experience than us. They have, of course, knowledge more than us. So we have to look up to them. We have to respect them because they have more experience than us. The second is religious figures because Indonesia is a religious country. The majority of our people is Muslim. So like ulamas and imams are the people who are we respected because we are really seeing religious value as a really high value. That's it.
Okay, so that's the first question. And next to the second question is, do you agree with the situation?
I partially agree with our situation. Why I agree? Because of course, age cannot lie that the older people have more experience than us. But about the knowledge, I partially disagree about the knowledge because we are me as a millennial. You can say we have more access to information through internet. We can search everything, literally everything for our information. We are about to do some task, we are about to do some assignment from our lecturer, from our teacher. So we have more access to the information. That way we more likely to be more knowledgeable than our elders. But anyway, we still have to respect them as one of our way. Okay, that's it. Next question.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And moving on to the next question. Question number three is, what happens when young people lack good role models?
Okay, this is a good question. It is not the same with us comparing ourselves to others with we have a good role model. It is not the same thing. So if we have a good role model, it means that we have someone that we look up to, that we think that that person is superior, that person is like what we want to become in the future. And if we do not have that, of course, we have first lack of direction, because if we have someone as a role model, then we have someone that we have to catch up to, the efforts, the struggle they have, that we can look up to and find a positive thing from what they did so they can become success as our dream. Okay, so next question.
Thank you for your answer. Moving on to the next question is, what standards of behavior should teachers set?
Okay, so for teacher to have standard is, I think the first one is the positive attitude. Why is positive attitude? If the teacher do not have positive attitude in the class, the student won't be able to feel comfortable inside the class, and they cannot receive, and they cannot accept the knowledge that the teacher taught to them, because the teachers do not have any positive attitude. And then the second is about respect. So not only the student have to respect their teacher, but also their teacher have to respect the student. About when the student have different opinion, different points of view with the teacher have to respect it, have to try to understand what the points of view of the student. And then if the student are wrong, if the student is wrong, of course the teacher should fix it. The teacher should give recommendation to the student. And the last is honesty, of course, because the sweetest lie is worse than a harshest truth. Okay, next question.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Next, the last question is, do you agree that you should never meet your heroes?
Okay, so do I agree that we should meet our hero? The first is, I think hero in our eyes is, in our point of view, is someone that really, superior. They are really good. They do not have, they seem that they do not have any any lacking. They just perfect. That's why we see them as our hero. But it depends on the context actually. If our hero is just like maybe our father, of course we meet them every day. But if our hero is someone who superior, meet them because they may seem perfect that we see them, but when we they are also just human, just like us. But if our hero just as close as our parents, of course, meeting them is a good thing because we learn that they are human and us is a human, so we do not have to be perfect in order to be success. That's it.
Okay, thank you for your honest answer. So that's it from us. Um, I do really apologize if I answered the question wrong, and also we do really apologize if there's any mistakes came from our mouth. And I think that's it. We are in the end of the session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.